Is it an insult if I asked him, "What can I do to help you come faster?" Is he on antidepressants? No, communicating with your partner is good. It's happened to me before, to be honest. Had sex with a girl I thought was stunning. I left embarrassed. Also couldn't finish after about 20 minutes. Before then and after never had an issue. To be honest, I think it was always on my mind that how could a girl this beautiful be interested in a guy who's just average looking? Maybe he could be intimidated by your beauty? There's nothing wrong with your intent. You could phrase it differently. During foreplay, tell him how much it turns you on when he orgasms. You may want to avoid telling him during the act. There are a lot of things that can be going on which can delay us. Adding the extra pressure can just make it worse. Finally, most guys have a position that they have little resistance in. During foreplay or sexting, ask him what positions he loses control in. Not exactly, but heavily tone dependent. Could make it seem like you aren't interested in the sex and just want to get it over with. Generally speaking, no. However, the specifics of the situation have a lot of potential to complicate such a question. For example, he might have been deliberately holding back and is now deflated knowing his work was counterproductive. He might also be touchy about the issue, as excessive vigorous masturbation can cause loss of sensitivity. Just talk about it, be sensitive and tactful, and it'll work out. Just don't roll your eyes and tap your watch. Why is everyone under the impression that everyone has to come? Men and women need to realize that it is not a failure to not have an orgasm. Just enjoy the intimacy. It's not an insult to ask. However, some of us just don't really come from sex that often without really trying to. It's okay to also let him know when you're done even if he's not yet. No, but the issue probably has nothing to do with the actual sex and probably either a medication or too much porn. Good old Lexapro. Is it possible that he is thinking you need more time? Guys are told they need to keep going to pleasure her. Sit down and talk about how long each of you need want. When I tell my husband to come for me, that usually does the trick. I wouldn't phrase it like that. I'd ask what turns him on and then do that if it's something you're okay with. Also, moaning and being vocal can do it for him. My first real girlfriend back in high school finally decided she'd give me a hand job. It was terrible, like not enjoyable at all, nothing sexy about it. Within a minute or two she was giving off the "let's get this over with" expression, and within another minute or two she asked the same question, "What can I do to make it go faster?" I said you could try sucking it, I guess. She got furious, stopped, told her friends, who told my friends, who thought it was hilarious. I used to last for 30 minutes to 1 hour even when I tried to come. Only thing that ever worked for me was to just go ham for a few min and then I'd come. Wasn't on any medicines, but I think it was cardio and workout routine I had. It's not an insult, but it can be a touchy topic. One common reason for men to struggle with that is medication, especially antidepressants. Nope, to be honest, the first time it was brought up to me I had no idea I was an issue. I was doing it on purpose to make it last longer for her, having no idea it was causing my partner problems. When she brought it up, problem solved. It is kinda a tough topic sometimes, so take that for what it's worth. Is he on antidepressants? Ever since I've been on antidepressants, I can't come, it just gets numb. Could he be maybe holding out because he's waiting for you to orgasm? If he is taking medications that have stimulant effects that could cause him to be unable to orgasm, for instance drugs like Ritalin, Adderall, Pregabalin, Gabapentin, etc., these drugs have an effect that makes it very difficult to orgasm, or it can take a long time to reach that state. Ask him if he is on something. If you redact the faster from your question, you're asking the same question without making any seeming implications about, for example, being impatient for it to be over. I'm not saying that that's what your goal was in the first place, but politeness is a form of avoiding possible inferences rather than proven facts. That being said, whether or not they would take offense in the first place is completely up to them. Sounds like he may have a porn or masturbation problem. Sounds like he is on prescription drug called Effexor. Well, I wouldn't word it that way. I would find out what he likes, what he responds most to, pay attention, but in general the more communication the better. Jerks it too much,